Hello students, welcome back to video tutorial on isometric projections of unit number 4. Continue with the next question, question number 8. Now previous problem you have seen isometric views of simple solids of prism and pyramid, but now this a step ahead, sections of solid. How to draw the isometric view of a sectioned solid, right? You remember frustum name, if you take a solid, right, cut with the section plane, remove the top portion, remaining portion is called as frustum. Same like problem here. So look at the question, it's a lengthy question. A hexagonal pyramid with the side of base 30 mm and axis 90 mm long is resting on its base on HP and edge of the base is parallel to VP. A horizontal section plane passing through a point on the axis at a distance of 60 mm from the base. Draw the isometric view of the frustum of the pyramid. It's a simple question again. First coming to the object, a hexagonal pyramid. Hexagonal pyramid means base will be in the shape of hexagon. From each side of the hexagon, triangular faces are raised to meet a single point called as apex. Hexagonal pyramid with the side of base 30 mm. Now each side is 30 mm. Axis 90 mm long. Your axis is 90 mm long. Right? What about here? It is resting on its base on HP. Where it is resting? It's resting its base on HP. Now, an edge of the base is parallel to VP. Right? How many edges we have? We will have 6 edges. Right? One edge is parallel to VP. One edge is. Right? That case, after that, we are supposed to draw projections of solids up to that particular point. And after that, a horizontal section plane is cutting and passing through a point on the axis at a distance of 60 mm from the base. Total height is 90 from base 60 mm, right? There we are supposed to passing through section plane is nothing but cutting plane. Draw the isometric view of the frustum, bottom part. So simple. First of all, we are supposed to draw its projections. XY line. Hexagonal pyramid, right? Lying its base on HP. HP lying its base. Nothing but in the top view you can see the true shape of the hexagon. Provided by condition what? An edge of the base is parallel to VP. Parallel to VP means this one. One edge. Now here if it is like this, it is perpendicular. Now we are supposed to follow the second one. These are the two things which you have to remember. Hexagon 6. We are drawing the pyramid and giving the labeling as usual: A, B, C, D, E, F. Pyramid means triangular faces meeting at single point apex. From the top view, it will be the center, right? So draw the opposite corners. Here hexagon it will be easy, which is O. Right? Here axis. From here axis. What is the axis height given? 90 mm. From here you can draw construction lines. Right? I am differentiating because you are supposed to draw with light lines. From here, base, thick base from each side, right? First of all, here from A up to top, from B up to top, from here up to top, from D up to top. Last single point, O dash. Now here you see this A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash. Now how about E and F? They are backside, but at the same time, if you remember when you draw the construction line, it is passing through E. It's nothing but the hidden lines or hidden triangular edges which are passing between this E, O, F, O. They are backside and they are dominated by this C, O, right? So that's why they are hidden here. E dash, F dash. They won't be visible towards outside. This is the projections of solids which we have drawn. Now for this, dimension of each side of hexagon it's 30, axis height is 90. Up to now we have done projections of solids. Now continuation with section. Right? We are supposed to draw a section plane. Hope you all remember section plane. Right? The plane or cutting plane, it's called section plane, is nothing but a cutting plane which cuts the solid at a particular location. Now, if you cut it, right, where its location? Base parallel to HP, base parallel to VP, base. See here, section plane passing through a point on an axis 60 mm from the base. From the base, at a distance of 60 mm, here we are supposed to 60 mm, 90 means its quarter part. Here we are supposed to draw a section plane. You know the outside edges will be thick, inside edges will be thin. Right? If you draw this, what trace it is actually towards backside? It's vertical plane, vertical trace. Now, what are the numbering we are supposed to give? Which edges? 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash. Now, bottom portion should be thick. That draw the isometric view of first term. That bottom portion we are supposed to draw your isometric view. Now thing here we are supposed to remember is, when you are drawing, previously if you compare with the problem pyramid, right, base we have drawn, base shape hexagon we have drawn, and then we have taken the what you call apex point with the center drawing axis line and keep it what you call that point as O dash, joined the lines, but here it is not. Now if you after drawing section plane, you remember the problem how you have to be drawn. It has to be drawn again the sectional view here, sectional front view, sectional top view. So sectional top view, I hope you remember everyone. From here we are supposed to draw vertical line, 2, 3, 2, 3 and 5 edges. From 4, see, don't get confused with the lines. I am maximum trying to differentiate them. Now here we got points, different points. Right, 1 dash here 1, 2 is on B, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 1. If you can observe, it's one more hexagon which you can get by cutting at a particular location, but it will be very small when compared to the particular other one. See, hexagon, remove the top portion, here also will be the hexagon, that hexagon is drawn as sectional view. Now we are supposed to draw its isometric view. See, isometric view, as usual, simple I am drawing. We are drawing iso right, iso left, iso top. But here for pyramids or frustum, such case will be worked out or not. Right? See, for pyramid previously I explained there is no need of iso top. We can directly draw iso base, and then from drawing axis line, joining your each corner, that particular line will finish the problem. But here we have two bases. Right, bottom one hexagon and here one more hexagon which is of reduced size. So here we are supposed to draw two, right? Two things with the help of same method, box method. Now with the original hexagon, whatever you have drawn, for that draw box. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this dimension you are supposed to measure. Whatever the hexagon shape you got, that the dimension should have. Remember, isometric view of hexagonal plane, same. I am doing first iso base, iso top, same. See, starting. -30 degrees. This length should be these question marks, with respect to 1 I am drawing 1, 2, 2. Maximum hexagon will be fit in a square, or will be dimension will be equal. Now height, see total height is 90, but for frustum this particular cutting plane is at a height of 60. So height is 60. At a height of 60, I am drawing iso top. Completing the same. Same cube, all sides are equal, but here something like rectangle, right? So same things you have to draw, but dimensions of height will be more. See that length and breadth, that depends upon your size. So if you have, you are supposed to draw this like this. Now first hexagon to be constructed at the bottom, as like pyramid. First hexagon, how it can be completed? See, first hexagon at the bottom part is full length. Now between the corners what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Just cut the points. 1 to A. See, in between 1 and 4 it is A here, that is capital A. BC on 1, 2. Cut B here, C here. Now one more, D in between 2 and 3. E and F. E and F. See, simple here, we are just supposed to cut the lines. Cut the lines of A, B, C, D with the help of compass, as you did previously for isometric top view of a hexagonal plane. Now think here, you are supposed to justify which edges or which sides of the hexagon are clearly visible. When you are looking from here, A, B, C, F are clearly visible. You can easily observe that. So that means, right, your AB will be a thick line, BC will be a thick line, and CD will not be, because it is at back side. DE it will be at back side. EF it is also hidden line. FA it's a thick line. Simple, you can clearly observe when you are doing from this, three sides will be thick, 3 sides will be diminished, hidden, right? What is AB, BC, AF are thick, and other 3 are hidden. That is the bottom part of your base, hexagonal base of a particular pyramid of the frustum. Now think here, height we have drawn is 60, but here we are supposed to construct one more hexagon which is of small size. This small size is clearly visible, it has to be drawn thick entirely. But think here, actual size, right? This box is mainly for outside hexagon, but inside hexagon is small size. How to vary that? For that also again box method, we are supposed to construct one more box. See, small box, it will be confusing at this particular location, so take look at this carefully. Now from here I have to construct a small box for this. These are the 4 corners. Now if I have to give the numbering part, right, I have used 1, 2, 3, 4 2 times. So I can go for some other numbering, like I'm going for this here, small p, q, r, s. That is a small p, q, r, s. Look at here, small p, q, r, s is the box which is drawn for inside small hexagon. Right? Now, what is the difference between big hexagon and small hexagon, or outside hexagon, inside hexagon? That difference dimensions are to be drawn here, and you are supposed to construct a small box. That how it is. Look at here carefully. 1, 2 and PQ are parallel. So I am extending this line, and I will measure this distance. Right, horizontal parallel line. Now vertical, 1, 4 PS. right? 1 4 PS. I will draw P extension here, and I will get here some distance. Now those two distances are to be drawn here parallelly towards inside. See here, with respect to 1 we have started. This also will be 1, 2, 3, 4. See 1, 2, right? Parallel inside we have to go that much distance of this much. Understand you are what I am doing? 1, 2, which is like this here. Inside parallel for some particular distance. At what distance is that you are supposed to measure. So at this moment I will draw a parallel line like this here. Now 1, 2 means 3, 4 also will be the same. No further. That same distance for 3, 4, I will draw one more parallel. Now next is 1, 2 parallel completed after 1, 4. 1, 4 this distance. Right? This distance PS and this particular part. Hope you all understanding this. Horizontal parallel distance, vertical parallel distance. Now that particular distance I will draw here as parallel. I will draw here it as parallel. Now I got small box here with points P, Q, R, S. These all are to be done in light or light construction pencil. See here, small hexagon, inside hexagon, we have constructed a box. Again for that I have numbered as P, Q, R, S. After that what I have did, right, for this P, Q extended line which is parallel to 1, 2. Now got the distance, parallel distance that we have to measure that number. Now according to that number, 1, 2 parallel to PQ. After measuring, for example, it may be 5 mm or 6 mm or 8 mm. From here, right, aligning your drafter, whatever this 30 degrees line or scale, here mark that number from here to here, distance 8 mm, 8 mm, join them, we will get parallel line. Now here also say, this side and this side are opposite, same dimensions. From here put 8 mm, from here put 8 mm, draw the line. For example 8 mm, right, draw the line, we will get parallel line. Horizontal parallel line are completed. Now vertical parallel line, see PS is a box, 1, 4 is a outside box, two sides. Now extend this. Now if you extend this, here distance between these two things, right, this B, it belongs to this particular point. Now that distance, it may be again a 4 mm, 5 mm or 6 mm, whatever this, from what is 1, 4 to PS. 1, 4 is this line. Draw that number onto this, that number, keep the dot points, draw line, 1, 4 parallel line. Same way from 2, that particular dot, from 3, that particular dot, draw parallel line. When you draw 4 parallel lines, inside we will get a box, which is the small box for the small hexagon which is inside. Hope you all clearly understood this. Now here inside we are supposed to construct hexagon, right? From P upside 1, from P upside 1, right? Here 1. PQ, in P, on PQ we have two numbers, 2, 3. 2, 3. Here 4, 5, 6. You have to cut. This is a very lengthy problem, an important problem which is directly scores for 14 marks. Now simple here, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 1. I have drawn complete hexagon. Why? Because iso top, whatever the top shape is there, it will be visible completely. So frustum part, when you top and remove this particular place, it is clearly visible. Now completing the edges, triangular edges. This hexagon, I think you understand, simple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this box. Now if you are clear at this particular place, right, with the lines, then this will be simple. See, if you look at this, it's very clumsy, try to maintain with the Dimensions here given are big, so if you draw clearly, it will be very good. For me here, due to place, they are clumsy. Now, which edges are clearly visible? A will be connected to 1. You can clearly see this, A to 1. So, from 1 to A, B to 2, C to 3, D to 4. It's a backside. You can clearly see this, right? So that's why what you are supposed to do, E to 5, it's a backside. Clearly you can observe and you can draw hidden line. From F to 6, it's clearly visible. Pick. This is the isometric view of the frustum of the pyramid. Means base, bottom will be more, top base will be less or size minimized, size reduced. So, hope you all clearly understood this. It's a lengthy problem, but it's all your combination: projections of solids, sections of solids, isometric view. So, first projections of solid, hexagon top view, hexagon front view. Right? After that, sectional plane, location, traces, distance, cutting points, numbers. On that sectional top view, one more hexagon. Now coming to our isometric view, we have drawn iso base, iso right line, iso left line, iso height. After that, with the help of box method, that distances we have drawn box, completed. Iso left, iso right, iso top. Bottom hexagon we have drawn with the help of outside box and dimension. Same way, inside box. Inside hexagon is drawn with the help of one more inside box, which is somewhat twist, right? Which is little bit what we call typical in drawing the box again with confusion of more lines. So draw them, number them separately as P, Q, or S. Right? Now, trying to calculate the parallel distances from outside box to inside box is the crucial part. Right? Now from 1 to PQ are the parallel distance, parallel lines 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Now same way, PS and 1, 4 are the two vertical parallel lines, that distance. 1, 4 parallel inside, 2, 3 parallel inside. If you draw those parallel lines from here with the correct dimensions of number, marking inside with points, drawing the lines, then we will get top box. Once the top box is get, you can easily draw the complete hexagon from that joining the outlines. Clear? Finally, just simple dimension. What is the each side? 30. Total height 60. See, like this, you can have any kind of problems with respect to height, right? If in this problem, the section plane is in parallel, right? If the same way, if section plane is somewhat like inclined, like this, right? That incline will get different points, different shapes, different here. That those heights will be getting different, right? That's different. So concept is same. You are supposed to apply at different applications of problems. Hope you all understand. Carefully revise the problem at particular point to construct this small box inside, big box outside. Reflect it in the isometric view to finish the problem. If you need doubts, you can ping me or message me with the help of markings. Clear? Thank you.